Good morning, and once again, we have another session of Monday Morning Messages. Trust everyone had a great weekend. I know Alabama and Auburn were both off this weekend, so needless to say, you had to tune in to another game. And if you were Alabama A&M Bulldog, I had to do that. Then, of course, you won against Alabama State Hornets. That being said, another classic is in the books. Moving fast forward, Friday we had professional development. Some of you were off campus, while others were here on campus. Certainly everybody is required per Jefferson County to be able to attend the social media training. Ms. Blair conducted 2 sessions there on Friday. And so if you hadn't had the opportunity, please, during your planning period, get with Ms. Blair so you can get this all important information and be signed off that you have been, in fact, trained on social media. I know as educators that we have private Facebook or Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter accounts, etc. I would just encourage you to be very mindful of what you place on these web pages, or should I say in these accounts, because what you may think that is set to private may in fact get screenshot or any other way or mode of getting that information to public, and therefore what you thought was private wasn't very private at all, actually very public. And so therefore with our students and also our community that we serve, we want to make sure that anything that is posted is in fact in good taste. Moving fast forward, we are going to have a senior meeting this morning about 8:30. Initially to talk about Herff Jones and of course graduation and all the things that are on the horizons for our seniors. But let me just stop there for a moment. We've been telling our seniors that all of the various activities and all the fun things, if you will, that senior groups look forward to, cohorts look forward to, is really looking far and beyond the reality. And the reality is that we're not working as hard as we need to be working in our classrooms. Our work keys are really going to determine, and I'll talk about that here in a minute, the success on the A through F report card when this information is documented. Attendance and tardies are completely asinine, should I say, in respect to the numbers of students that we are not seeing arriving at campus in a timely fashion, and then more importantly, transitioning from first to fifth block, unexcused checkouts, et cetera, as you can only imagine. So if you teach a senior, well, if you teach any of our students, how about that? Let's emphasize the importance of punctuality, but more importantly with our seniors, if you teach a senior group, please make sure that they understand what the expectations are, your expectations and the mission of the school. Moving fast forward. Observations. Of course, you know that administration has been in your classrooms conducting, whether it be the Elliott, whether it be the single point rubric, or just the look fors. We're looking at learning targets, student engagement, and formative assessment. Folks, we want to make sure that we have, again, quality, robust lessons that we're delivering, certainly with activities embedded, not just a set and get, and that students have an opportunity to own their learning by being engaged, and more importantly, having an opportunity for academic discourse amongst themselves in addition to with the teachers. So that's critically important. And it's hard to get those lessons across if we can't keep our students in class, which segues into my second point. We are seeing just too many students in the halls for no apparent reason. My teacher let me go here. My teacher let me go there. No pass. And really no rationale for the student to even be in the hallways or outside wandering. And that ties into all the tardies and the various issues that we're having here on campus. Folks, just to be completely transparent, we have no less than 20 students that have been sent to the alternative school in the first semester. That's an alarming number. And a lot of that we can talk. I mean, there's some time to push that content aside and let's talk about what it looks like to be a good person, to be a good student, certainly to come to school for the right reasoning, and that's to try to further yourself in life. And we need to communicate that to our kids. And I go into some teachers' classrooms and like the kids are all over the place and the teacher apparently is this is the new normal. Well, it's not the new normal, folks. You got to gain control of your class. If you're going to teach a stitch of information, you're going to have your students' attention and have a full command of that classroom. So maybe I'm puzzled, and maybe we can try to help you figure it out for some. But the reality is we're going to have to be very structured in the planning process. It's critically important. When we look at what we're doing system-wide, whether you're LDC, MDC, PBL, we can throw every acronym under the book, but have you planned a quality lesson? Have you aligned that to the standards? Then are you providing great quality instruction? Are your methodologies in place? Do you have great pedagogy? Are students actively engaged? Are we adjusting the lesson as we continue on and we reflect and we see, you know what, we may need to tweak that because I really didn't get the bang for the buck that I was looking for when we did this activity or when I did X, Y, or Z. So we need to reflect and adjust accordingly. And that's our RTI as well when we start looking at the differentiation. We got to be able to adjust the lesson to meet all of our students' needs in that classroom. And so that's incumbent upon you to really look at and reflect on what it is that you're doing in the class, and more importantly, what are we doing in an effort to meet those students' needs. So something that obviously you need to be very critically focused and aware on, because we know that we need to move the needle academically based on what our scores are telling us. Our Scantron Performance Series are telling us, our high stakes assessment are telling us, our summative assessments are telling us. Also, RTI. If you have not already, you need to be with Ms. Gallimore, working hand in hand if you have a lot of failures, or if you have failures, period, should I say. But if you have a lot of failures, you need to be working with Ms. Gallimore hand in hand in an effort to make sure that we have proper documentation as to what we're doing in an effort to meet these students' needs who are failing your course. We have roughly about 3 weeks before we're dismissed for Thanksgiving. And then, of course, when we get back from Thanksgiving, it's trying to gear up and getting ready, needless to say, for the end of the semester and Christmas break. So in 3 weeks, we got a lot of work to do in an effort to move these students forward in your classes. And we need all the help we can get. So if there is something that's going on that you're really struggling with, then please let us know. And we're going to be meeting with teachers anyway as an administration team to help you to improve your best practices. That being said, again, our door is always open. I know many of you have come to us as an administrative team and said, hey, look, these are some things that we're struggling with. Or maybe you came in my class, but that's really wasn't what was going on. Well, folks, this is your opportunity to prove and provide evidence of what is going on in your class. And we want to see great quality instruction, and we're here to help. That being said, our mission here at Pinson Valley, as I always will tell you, that we're going to promote achievement, respect, and success. Let's have a great, productive week this week and really start digging down into what it is that we know that we need to do for our students. Thank you so much.